Hey guys, today's look is just in time for Valentine's Day, and it is a love letter manicure. First, I started out by painting all of my nails with a ridge-filling base coat to make sure I had a smooth surface to work on. Then I used a red color to paint my thumb. The next step was to paint on top of this base coat with acrylic paint and nail art brushes. I got this pack of nail art brushes from bornpretty.com for review. Overall, the brushes were pretty nice. As you can see in some of the pictures, some of the bristles were bent and kind of longer than other bristles. It did come with a variety of brushes, flat tip, pointed, very tiny, came with a dotting tool as well, a very tiny dotting tool, and it came with some striper brushes, which is what I was going to work with for this manicure. However, of course, the one that I wanted to use the most was broken, and I had to use super glue to fix it. On my thumbnail, I drew the love letter envelope. So I started with a basic triangle and filled it in with white, and then added a rectangle beneath that to make the shape of an envelope. Once that dried, I took a black acrylic paint and did an outline of the envelope. This also allowed me to create the flap that the heart was going to sit in the middle. Don't worry if your acrylic paint kind of looks a little lumpy or bumpy. A top coat will be able to fix that once you put it on at the end. And lastly, with a red acrylic paint or with a red nail polish, draw a heart inside of the envelope. You could create love letters on the rest of your fingernails, but I decided to do a different design. I painted all the rest of my nails with a white base color. Then with a tiny pointed brush from the Born Pretty brush set, I created little red hearts with a red acrylic paint. The easiest way to create hearts is to put two dots, one right next to each other, and then create a V underneath, as you can see I did here. When you're working with really tiny hearts, you can just draw a V and it takes the shape of the heart right away. Lastly, I added in some black lines with a nail art striper from the Born Pretty brush set. This is kind of to represent the love letter being sent in the mail through all of the Valentine's Day hearts. I added in the same black lines on the thumbnail as well. And lastly, I went in with a sparkle red from the Wet n Wild Fergie collection to add some texture to my thumbnail. I used my Julep Freedom top coat on all of the nails, and that's it. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, and don't forget to add me on Facebook and Twitter. Talk to you soon.